It's Super Furry Animals, and that is Northern Lights, and that is our summer tune as chosen by James and Ryan from Yard Act. So why that song? Where does that take you back to? Why does it make you feel summery?
It takes me back to, it might be rose-tinted glasses, but sort of summer of 1999. Well, I watched them at Royal Festival Hall. They did a surround sound concert, which was new then, I think. But yeah, it was a good summer as far as I remember.
So funny, isn't it, the way you associate music with what the year was? Like everyone talks about in the 70s, they had really lovely hot summers, and I don't know. I always remember things according to what clothes people were wearing. My daughter is obsessed with food, so she'll see photographs. She'll be like, "Oh yeah, on that day we ate lobster, or we ate chips, or whatever it was." Yeah. So what would your go-to be? Is there anything that you associate?
Music is probably the big one for me. Like, well, actually, no, it's. Yeah.
Festivals, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been doing festivals the past couple of weeks, is that right? So tell us where you've been.
Yeah, we've just been out on the continent, on the mainland. We've been to Barcelona, we've been to Porto, we've been to just outside Prague to an old airport where we played at Rock for People with Limp Bizkit, which was pretty wicked. And Papa Roach.
And what are they like now, all these years on? Because that takes me back to the evening session, obviously. Last Resort and Rollin', I think, are the two big songs I can remember from either of those. So all these years on, has time treated them kindly?
Judging by the way the crowd was going, that music is going very strong. And I mean, I was 10 when Rollin' came out, and it was a very big song for me. And it was a great show. Like, they're pure entertainers, and they're good songs. Like, you know, they've got their own dress up, they've got their own attitude. Possibly quite dated now, some of the things that have been said and done on that stage, but still worthwhile, and it was making a lot of people very happy, including myself. You know.
Joe, were you and Lamo really playing? I don't remember you playing new metal.
Maybe I was doing it on...
I'm taking umbrage at this.
No, maybe I was doing it on the daytime at Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Radio 1 when I was there. So maybe it wasn't the evening session.
Yeah.
Maybe it was later on.
Sorry
when did they come out?
Challenge you.
No, don't. I definitely played it on the radio, both of those bands.
You should get them in for a chat. Fred and Jacoby.
Oh, God. Can you imagine? How was Primavera?
Great. We saw The Cure. That was good.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. 2.5 hours absolutely flew by. I'm not even being tongue in cheek there.
Any highlights from it?
Their energy and spirit. They were just like, they looked so happy, didn't they?
Yeah, Robert Smith at the end, he stayed on the stage for a good couple of minutes, sort of just blowing kisses to the crowd, and like the cameras were on his face, and then he said like, "Thank you so much. I really hope we see you again." And it was like really moving, and it was like they were so happy playing, and like they gave an amazing show, and the whole set list was wicked.
I saw him at the Isle of Wight over the weekend. So they played
nice.
there, so I got the experience as well, but a bit of it anyway. And he walked on stage. He probably did the same thing and just looked at the audience for ages when Alone was starting, and you could just see how much it means.
Yeah, that's a beautiful song as well. Was that the opener? Yeah, it's really special. And do you know what I loved? I loved how like it's that thing where he's like that image is clearly like he's committed to an image of himself that is like now so iconic that it's like, that's Robert Smith. And I love that, like, you know, he's clearly gone, we're sticking with this is who we are. And the bass player,
and they all have.
he's gone, I'm with you 100%, Robert.
He's got
and the drummer's
great
gone
arms.
like, do me air. And then the guitar.
I was just about to say to James, his arms were sexy.
They're amazing arms. I was looking at those. Yeah, I know.
It was special. Yeah, it was wicked. I was just like, fully behind it.
Yeah, the keyboard player at the Isle of Wight, he was playing and he sneezed at one point and the cameras were on him and the whole audience reacted. Do you ever sneeze on stage? Because I thought if you're performing, surely sneezes go away.
All bodily functions seem to go away. Sneezing's the worst. Yeah, that's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're in a different world for those 45 to an hour and 15 minutes.
Maybe they weren't all as, in the flow state as we thought of the sneezing.
It just made me laugh, the idea of playing keys on stage sneezing.
Hay fever does not respect art, you know.
Anyway, you're back. This is why you're here. You're how is it feeling so far? Exciting? Daunting?
Yeah, really good. It's good. It's
amazing.
Nice, sort of, we've always... I say always. The last two albums came out in sort of cold January, so it's nice to sort of come out swinging in the summer for once. Yes, it's been great so far. Yeah.
And this was all recorded full band in a studio, which you hadn't done before, is that right?
That's correct, yeah. And it was recorded, Ryan just mentioned the summer. I mean, we got an LA winter, which is essentially a British summer.
Yeah.
So it's got, we did half of it in Leeds and then we did the other half in LA in January. And I think it makes sense to release it now because it's got that real sort of, it's got a little bit more optimism than the last two. But it's also got the deepest cuts of cynicism that we played with before.
That's deep.
Yeah, by our own standards, yeah. I mean, it's not even cynicism anymore, it's just nihilism. But that's counteracted by some of the most optimistic music we've ever made. So, and I think we owe LA in January for that.
Okay, we'll play the second single to come from it now. Out to date, this is New Beginnings. Yard Act and New Beginnings, that's the second single from the album. You're going to need a little music to restart on the 17th of July. What can we expect from the album? This is not an in-depth album interview, but what just to excite people and what they have to look forward to. Is there anyone you've worked with, anyone featured? What kind of mood? I know you've said cynicism and also optimism.
Yeah. I mean, well, in terms of who we work with, I mean, we work with Justin Meldal-Johnson, which is hence the reason we ended up in LA in his studio. Justin, obviously long-time bass player and musical director for Beck. Also worked with Nine Inch Nails, St. Vincent, M83, Paramore, Air. Yeah. Like, the reason we ended up working with him was pretty cool. That was because Ryan's got his signature bass. Do you want to tell a story?
Tell us a story.
Well, I just bought
instrument.
It was what's the word when you like sort of shiny things? It was a shallow. I just wanted a black Mustang short scale bass, and I didn't really know much about Justin, but you did.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I got this bass, and then we had a signature on the back, and it was him.
And he commented on Instagram, cool bass, brother.
Yeah.
That's good. And then it's like, Justin's knocking around.
Yeah, and James was like, do you don't know who he is, Jo Whiley? And I was then
Yeah.
Then I did a deep dive, and it's like, oh, this guy's legit.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And so he was a fan of the band before that, and when we asked if he'd be interested in working together, he was very enthusiastic. Like, I can't really believe I know him and call him a friend now. He's amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, congratulations. And when you were in LA, didn't you used to run? When we did the session, we had conversations about how you used to run around when you were playing at different places. So did you get into fitness in LA? Because everyone's stupidly fit.
We did one for we started going boxing because we had jet lag, and we were both waking up at sort of 4:35 a.m. and I looked online and there was a boxing class nearby, and when you imagine boxing, it wasn't like sawdust on the feet. It was posh LA ladies boxercise, but it was like we did a bit of sparring.
You joined in?
Yeah, it was. So,
I love that.
It was like circuit training and stuff. So we got up,
awesome.
we ran to the place. And we got a posh matcha latte.
Yeah, that and a matcha.
Look at you.
Which was probably three times the amount of calories that we burnt off doing boxercise.
Yeah.
That was
I've
good.
done my boxercise. I can eat and drink whatever I want all day.
But it was a bit of a. We sort of did a bit of a detox. There's we had a booze-free couple of months, a month and a bit. It's dead easy to just do other stuff in LA because it's like. You don't have to go, when you want to hang out, socialise, you don't have to just go indoors like in the UK. So there's much other, a lot more better options than the boozer.
And we did continue the running as well. We ran a lot. We ran, we saw a lot of coyotes on our early morning runs. That was pretty cool.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And did you feel better for it, for all the exercise you were doing? Did you, like in a sharper state of mind and healthier body?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And now?
And now, not boxing, still running.
But still
Have you
fit.
Boxed?
I went once when I got back, and it was not posh ladies out there boxing anymore.
Matcha lattes.
They smashed that out of my hand when I got there.
But you are match fit for the new album and the new dates as well. So you're doing a bunch of in-stores throughout July, and then big tour coming up in November.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you again along the way. Hopefully do a session again.
Amazing. Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Cheers, Jack.